So hello everybody and welcome to this Teachmeet of the Administrating School ICT Infrastructure course in the European Schoolnet Academy. Very warm welcome to those of you who are joining from different places tonight, this evening. We are very happy to have you here in this Teachmeet, which is the first one in this course. My name is Nair Carrera and I'm one of the moderators of this course, along with my colleagues Jan Noel, Roger, Ben, Katerina. I have here today with me another colleague of the academies. His name is Tassos, and he's another colleague of the European Schoolnet, and he will be gathering your questions in the chat. So if you have any question for the speakers, please write them on the chat, and he will be taking care of those, and we will relay those to the speakers at the end of the webinar. You're supposed to be muted, all of you. So after the first speaker will start, he will have approximately about 15 minutes to talk, more or less. And after this, we will move on to the next speaker. The Teachmeet will last around an hour. And after all the speakers have made their presentation, we will allocate around 10 minutes for questions of the audience. So if you have any questions, you can already ask them on the chat, and my colleague Tassos here will be gathering them. The presentation will be recorded, so you will be able to access it in section 5 of the course. And as you know, or maybe you don't, but Teachmeet is an informal way of sharing ideas, best practices, or any other interesting resource. In this case, we're asking for speakers to share a piece of software, an app, or maybe a website, a piece of equipment that you can use in preparation for the last module, I think. Roger, correct me if I am mistaken.
Quite correct, Mayor.
Okay. If you want to add anything else, feel free to do it.
No, good evening, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I know it's a busy time of year, so we really appreciate that you put some time aside. We hope this hour is going to be useful. As Naya said, it's a new venture in this course, but we want the tone to be informal. We want it to be useful to you, and most of all, we're delighted to have 3 presenters from the course talking about their experiences. So that to me is a highlight. But if there's time towards the end of the hour, then I can talk a little bit about the course assessment, the ICT development plan, and possibly introduce a couple more tools and apps. But let's see how it goes with our guests first of all. Thank you.
Okay. I just think that I just realized that Ida is not here, or at least I don't see it. Ida, are you here? Can you speak or write on the chat if you're with us, because I cannot see you? Okay. No. Okay, I think she's not here. I don't know if she had any trouble to join because she was here before. Ida, are you there? Okay. No, it doesn't seem to be. Is she writing on the chat? Okay, so for some reason, Ida is not here. Yeah, she was here before I saw her. So what we can do, if Tassos is ready, maybe Tassos, we can start with you, and then if Ida makes it, we can swap and she can do her presentation. Tassos, are you ready?
Yes.
Not you, the other Tassos, the presenter. Tassos, are you ready? Could we start with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do this. I'll give you the presenter's goal now. And I just move the presentation. Wait for it, because I need to move the slides to your presentation. Then we can come back to Ida if she managed to join.
Okay.
Okay. So you should be able to move the slides now.
Yeah, I think it's okay now.
And, okay. So good luck and thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Naira. Hello all. My name is Karagiorgos Anastasios. Well, it sounds a bit difficult for some of you, so you can just call me Tassos. I'm an ICT teacher at vocational high school at Markopoulou Oropos in Greece. And today I would like to share with you my experience in virtualization. I will talk about how we can use virtualization technologies and how we can reuse our old equipment, our old PCs, in order to lower the total cost of ownership. So, before I start, I would like to sorry for that. I would like to present my school. Uh, my school is located at Oropos, which is a small town approximately 50 kilometers far from the center of Athens, which is the capital of Greece. Well, our school is an upper secondary vocational school where, where besides computer science, there are some other courses and specialties like electrical engineering or mechanical engineering or management and marketing, and etc. Our students are aged mostly between 15 and 18 years old, while there are also some adults and lifelong learners also. So this is our school. We can get started. So today I will talk about, I will start with server and desktop virtualization. Virtualization, if you don't know the term virtualization, I would say that it is the process of creating a virtual, or rather a software-based representation of something rather than a physical one. And this applies to applications, servers, desktops, storage, or even networks. And it's an efficient way to reduce IT expenses and gain more control over our infrastructure. I will also talk about how we can make efficient reuse of our old hardware. So if you have old PCs, don't just go and recycle them. You may need them. I will also talk about how we can lower the total cost of ownership. And when I say total cost of ownership, I mean not only the startup costs, the purchase cost of assets, but also ongoing costs like maintenance, administration, support, upgrades, updates, etc. And finally, we will see how all the above can help us be more effective administrators. So, a few months ago, when we decided to upgrade our infrastructure, we asked ourselves the following questions. The first question was, where are we now? What is the current situation? What are the assets we have? What are the problems we're facing? Then the second question is, where do we want to be? What is our objective? What is our goal? And how do we get there? What are the steps we have to follow in order to achieve our goal? And finally, how do we know we've got there? How do we know that we achieved our goal? Well, I think these are the same questions that you have to ask yourselves in order to prepare to make your own development plan. So let's start with the first question. Where are we now? In our case, we had the domain controller acting as a file server and 3 computer labs, and plus some additional PCs at the administration office. So far so good. It looks like a traditional client-server model architecture with all advantages or disadvantages such a system may have. But in our case, we had a lot of problems. First of all, we had a really old main server. In fact, it was a Pentium 4 server with less than 1 gigabyte of RAM and Windows 2000 server operating system. And our computer labs were also a mix of old PCs with specifications ranging from Pentium 4 to a few dual core systems. So these PCs couldn't run the newest versions of operating systems and applications. So as you can understand, we had a problem, and we had to do something about it. We had to fix it. So the next question was, where do we want to be? Well, that was an easy question. We will take a new server plus some new PCs, and everything will be happy again. Well, that was not so easy, because when we did our market research, we realized that we need that approximately 3,000 euros for the server plus 20,000 for the new PCs, plus some additional installation services, etc. Well, that makes a total of 25,000 euros. Well, especially due to the economic crisis in Greece, I thought we couldn't afford that amount of money in order to upgrade our system. But in any case, I should ask local authorities, because local authorities here in Greece are in charge of controlling the school budget. So I asked them about that, and I suppose you can imagine what the answer was. Well, the answer was this: no way, don't even think about it. We can't afford such amount of money. We can just afford, let's say, 2,000 or a maximum of 3,000 euros. So take it or leave it. That was the answer. So it was that time that I thought, why should I do that? It's not my job. I'm just a teacher. Especially now that the Minister of Education here in Greece told us, hey guys, you don't need any extra time for doing all these simple ICT tasks. Well, do your job, teach your students. But, well, do these ICT tasks also, please, and do it for free, please. Well, that's fair, but in any case, I suppose this is the case in other countries, as I saw the statistics and reports in this course. So I'll not say anything else about that. Let's go back to our presentation. So I had 2,000 or 3,000 euros in order to make the system working. How could I do that? So the next question was, how do we get there? Well, that amount of money was just enough for a new server. So I thought, okay, let's do it. Let's buy a new server. And we bought a new server. And it was a really good one. It is still a good one. It was a fault-tolerant server with redundant power supplies, mirrored hot plug hard disks, big amount of RAM, etc., etc., and all this for a total cost of just 2,500 euros. So the local authorities were happy about that. Well, we were not that happy because we had a new server, but our clients were still old, obsolete PCs. So after we purchased the server, what we did was the following. So we installed a hypervisor on the server, A hypervisor is a piece of software, a container that can host virtual machines. So we use the Microsoft Hyper-V. You can use any hypervisor you want, like let's say Zen Server or something like that. But we preferred Hyper-V because the academic licenses were cheap for Microsoft, were cheap enough for us in order to go with Hyper-V. So we choose Hyper-V. Just for your reference, I should say that, for example, 2 instances of Windows 2012 server, the cost for that was just about 150 euros, while the retail price for that is 600 or 700 euros, and the same for the end user licenses. The remote desktop server calls, as we call them, the cost was just 7 or 8 euros per device, while the retail price is almost 100 euros per device. Anyway, so what we wanted was dual boot PCs, booting in Linux and Windows also. So what we did was that we created 2 virtual machines, and we installed a Linux operating system on the first one, and Windows 2000 Server Standard Edition on the second one. After that, we installed LTSP on the Linux server. LTSP stands for Linux Terminal Server Project, and you can find more information about that at the ltsp.org website. Well, this piece of software enables Linux server to act as a terminal server. In case you don't know what a terminal server is, I should say that it is a server that enables administrators to centrally host applications and resources and then publish them to remote clients, remote devices. We did the same thing on the Windows server. We enabled the remote desktop services role that also enabled Windows server to act as a terminal server. So that's it. We did it. Well, not exactly. We had a perfect server, but our clients were still old PCs, so we had to do something about that. What we did is that we disconnected disk drives from clients, and in fact we totally removed hard disk drives from clients from old PCs, and we tried to boot them. Well, the first time we powered on a client, and after a few seconds we got a message, no operating system found. Well, that's logical. A PC cannot boot without a disk and without an operating system, but, well, in fact, not always. In our case, what we did was that we enabled an option that says network boot in BIOS. This option enables the client to ask from the network a boot image, even without having a hard disk. So indeed, we tried that. The client got an IP address from the DHCP server, and after that, the client got a boot image from the LTSP server. The image was transferred through the network to the client's memory, where it was executed, and after that we had a fully working Linux environment, and the performance was really great. Believe me, it is still great. The only problem was that, okay, we had a Linux client, but we also want Windows clients. So what we did was that we patched the boot image. We made some additions, and so we made an option. We added an option, as you can see at the slide, saying connect to Windows. When a user clicks on that option, the client connects to the Windows terminal server, so the user gets a Windows environment. So we finally did it. We had clients. We transformed our old PCs to modern clients running Linux, the latest versions of Linux and Windows with just 2,500 euros. So what we achieved was that we managed to make effective reuse of our old equipment. So before you recycle your old PCs, just think it again. And besides that, we now have the option to expand our network by adding new low-cost clients like Raspberry Pis with a total cost of 30 or 40 euros each one. At the same time, we managed to lower the total cost of ownership, and as I told you, total cost of ownership is not just the startup cost. I'm talking about reduced maintenance cost. There is no need anymore for hardware upgrades, hardware repairs, no more damaged disks. We don't have, there is no need anymore to software update our clients. We only care about our server. We only update our server. Our clients are dumb terminals, so we don't care about them. What we finally did, and as a conclusion to finish with that, what we achieved was better performance with less servers since we virtualized our servers. We can support more users with less effort and less cost. We have more security with less risk since we have to only secure our server. And finally, we have more control with less administration. I think that is what an effective administrator wants and should do. So that was my presentation. Thank you very much. And in case you have any questions, you can just send us an email at the email you can find at the bottom of the slide. This is the school's email. So thank you all again.
Thank you very much for your presentation, Tassos. It has been really interesting. So it appears we have Ida back. She had a problem with the light, but now she's back. So I will just put the beginning of the presentation, of her presentation. Okay. And if she's ready to speak, Ida, are you ready? Okay, so I will give you the presenter's rights now. Okay.
Okay.
Just a thing, Ida. If you have any question for the presenters, please grant them on the chat, and we will be gathering them, and we will ask them at the end of the 3 presentations. Okay, thank you, Ida. Good luck.
Yes, my presentation is relating about the tools in the
Wait, let me take the ball a moment, Ida, because I think this is the old presentation.
My presentation, okay.
It's here, right? Okay.
Yes. Yes, my presentation. Hello, everyone. It's my pleasure to take place in the meeting room about the teachers, and my presentation is about the tools for presentations during the projects which implement in our school. Some introduce about myself. I live from Albania. I live in Elbasan. I am a teacher of the subjects of biology for 17 years, and now I am a principal of school in Elbasan. My interest is related to research and taking place in presentation and forum for corporation. In fact, I am very active in projects, in twins, in projects, and I want to share and to exchange my experience with the community, with the other schools, other places, national or international. My interest for cooperation is to share the best and to exchange our experience in our school, to communicate, to share our ideas in our projects in schools which are implemented, in fact, and to bring the new innovation in activity or in projects that we are implementing in our school. The ages of students are from 12 to 14, 15. Sorry for my emotions, in fact. How can we make presenters during collaboration through technological tools in the twin projects? To build the structure of the projects, there are some steps which are rounded in management procedures, like project structures. To create projects in our school or in schools which are collaboration in twins together, we built the structure of the projects, the topic or the title of the projects, which discuss with each other during events, video conference, online, virtual, etc. Programs, goals or objectives, work process steps, communication, collaboration, and presentations. Presentation is in fact, is the other steps which are very important, because the partners of the projects which take part in the projects will share the ideas, the best ideas, and to all these product, all ideas will put in the platforms when we can put the product. The products are built by photo, video, and other files which can present our product of the projects. In the last steps are evaluation and dissemination. Evaluation is in form of questionnaires which the partners of the projects share ideas or give evaluation for each other, in fact. And dissemination are the products of the projects which are built during projects. Which are some forms of communication during development of our projects? In fact, in the steps of collaboration or cooperation, the main important is communication with the partners. Communication with partners are realized or are arrived by online event with partners about our work, our steps which implement in our steps of the projects. This is some photos which the partners of the projects are put during the platforms, in the platforms which can put our structure, in fact, and the event online. The other photos are the event online with the partners during conversation with each other. What are the main characteristics, ideas, experience to share in the platforms, which is put in the second photos. Collaboration with the partners, or to give the final products of the projects, are to share the ideas or to put our products in some tools. The some tools which can use ordinary in our platforms or with our partners are SWO from Microsoft Office, which is platforms very interesting, and Padlet and Canva presentation. In the other slide, we will explain some using of these tools. This is the link of our SWO from Microsoft Office. to put some ideas or some presentation in SWO, because the SWO is the form of the presentation which can put our slide. In fact, the slides which are which can move from in the other side, and we can put the photo, the video, the text, and can exchange or write some things to share the photos and the video, etc. In the beginning of this learning, we have our account, in fact, to log in our account. And this is the main important, to have our account and to operate and to work in these platforms. The SWO have the same options like insert, to build the tablets, the cards, the design, the layout, the form of the slides, and can move in the other sides, in the different sides. In the SWO of Microsoft can put the text. The formatting of the text are very interesting. It is like icons of the word. We can formatting our text in the different ways. To put the imaging, which are the some products of our projects, during implementing our projects, the video, and this product we can share in the network social like Twitter, Facebook, etc. After beginning or after building a SWO, we can our option to play all the presentations, and these all presentations have the slides which are rounded in the order, and all the partners, the projects can show their presentation in these tools. The other tools are this is the example of the SWO in fact, and in the final of the page are the tools which can move the slide in the other sides. The other tools of presentation of technology are the Padlets. The Padlets are the interesting, have the links in which is shown in the screen, in fact, and the Padlet is online virtual, in fact, tools which is built in the formal of the board, and the other partners of the project can share ideas, can put the product of the project like photo, video, like the topic, and they represent the products of their activities or the projects with each other. And this is the link of the Padlet. In fact, it is very useful by the partners in the projects because they show with each other the best ideas, the best things. Another tools which can present in the collaboration with the partners are the Canva, which can show the design, amazing graphic, and the posters. This is many interesting because these tools at the beginning must have the account, but in fact the person who was administrate the Canva, in fact, must have his account, and the Canva is very interesting because can share the graphic, can share the design, the posters, etc. This is built by templates, which is very useful. The ready templates with different designs, and the Canva is the product, when the partners of the projects can post the product or the ideas of the photos, the videos, the files, and to show with each others with the product these projects. I'm sorry about my emotional because this is the first time to keep the conversation about this training center, in fact, but I think this is the same tools which we use in collaboration with partners during the project. I will thank you. If you have any questions, I will write you my address email. This is my presentation, in fact. If you have any question, I'm ready to answer you.
Thank you very much, Aida. Very useful, very interesting. You've been
Thanks.
great. Thank you so much.
Thanks very much.
Okay, I will give the presenter's ball now to Guillermo. Guillermo, are you ready?
Hello, yes.
Hello, thank you, Aida. Bye. If you
Bye.
have any question for Aida, please post them on the chat.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I have the ball.
You have the ball. Can you show your... Yeah, perfect. So we can see it. Great. Okay, good luck, Guillermo. Thank you.
Okay, hello everyone. The first thing I want to say is to congratulate my mates. I think I've been... okay, as all the teachers that are in this course, I'm ICT administrator and I deliver those tasks, and also and I also teach. It is supposed that my first task is to teach, but okay, I sometimes do another task that okay, they are necessary for at least giving my lessons the level I want, because sometimes you need all those ICT services, and for them to work, you need to modify the net or modify the infrastructure or upgrade the computers or those things. So okay, that's us. We are a team. Okay. Okay. And the next thing I'm bringing to you is okay. My presentation is called Office 365 for ICT admin. But I want to present all many tools that could be helpful for many of you. Okay, who am I? This one. I am Guillermo Medrano. My Twitter is xmedranotic, and I am a tuning ambassador, and I am the regional ambassador of the Future Classroom Lab at La Rioja. Am I also Microsoft Innovator, Educator, Expert? Okay, many titles, but at the end, same teachers as all of you, and working all days, and as I told you, many hours repairing computers and things like that. I teach at the CPC Los Boscos, which is an it's quite small. It's only one single line here in Logroño. But we have from kindergarten, primary, secondary, and vocational training, since basic, medium, and high-level vocational training. This year I'm teaching secondary and vocational students, and most of my students now are ICT subjects or computing, things like networks or different applications that can be used for different purposes. Also network management and things like that. Okay, the important thing. Okay, this is the cloud. I want to highlight that the cloud is a thing that is quite important for all of you, all of the people that is listening this presentation, because okay, we are trying to keep the computer safe, and we want to take everything working. So for all of us, the cloud is one service that is quite a good way for preventing some different attacks. As you have seen in some of the modules of the course, there are some attacks that came from the network. You have to have firewalls and you have other things, but in the cloud you will have to you will have the possibility to prevent all the attacks from inside. What does it mean? All those USB drives, all the pen drives, and all the things, and all the virus that appear from everywhere, and all the different users that uh, I can say attack the computers from inside because they modify the configuration, or they try to install some things that at the end it doesn't get along really well with another program. So you have to we have to prevent of those things. One thing is that you can freeze the computers, but another thing is that you can work in the cloud. In the cloud, okay, you also have the good thing that you have every information everywhere. So nowadays, in all the all students and teachers have different devices, so you can share all the information. And okay, it's not everything is not that right, because there are some needs that you need internet connection. But okay, I think you can pay that price for having the information everywhere, and this and other things. Okay, about this, I think the important thing also for the information is to have a good way for sharing it. You need to collaborate. So if you're in the cloud, everyone can work all together at the same time. For example, in the presentation of Aida, she was saying that Padlet, Canva, or Sway are good tools. I totally agree with that, and I can also remark that okay, in Sway you have the possibility of all the students collaborating together at the same time. Okay, Sway is included in Office 365, and okay, that's also a good thing because all the students can collaborate. I'm going to show you with some other Microsoft tools some things that could be really useful for that. Also for students that okay, we are teachers, and also for ICT administrators, because sometimes we need to have information shared together to make a better working. Because okay. One more thing is that as ICT teachers and as ICT administrators, um, we receive many requests of repairing computers. So who receive the things and who solve the things sometimes is okay, that is information that we have to plan how to solve that, and with these collaborative tools you can solve these things. Okay. uh, Office 365 gives us some tools that are really okay. They are quite good. Why I'm showing you these online tools? Because okay, many people know Google collaborations and things like that, and I'm going to show you another point of view. Uh, each of them, from my point of view, from my personal point of view, each of them have some of them have good things and another bad things. But okay, the thing I'm going to show to this meet is that okay, Office tool have some things that probably are not really well known as Google tools. So maybe for some purposes you can use or both, or maybe some of them are better in one. And okay, the good thing is to know both of them, and at the end you can choose whatever you want for your different things. In Office 365 you have Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and also email things. OneNote Sway, the Sway application that Aida told us is also included here. You can use it from two sides. You can use directly from the web page, or if you have an Office 365, which is free for education, okay, you can have it here. Okay. And OneNote is the other one I'm going to tell you. OneNote is normally an application for the students to have their own notebook where they can write down some notes and some things, but also for collaboration because, as I told you, these are all collaborative tools. OneNote has also the possibility of collaboration. So for an ICT, as you can see in this slide, here in the I don't know, can you see my pointer? I don't know if you can see my pointer.
I
You can see
don't
my
see
mouse?
it. No, do you see it?
No.
No, we
Okay.
don't see it.
Okay, it is just the same.
Okay.
If you go to the lower part of the slide, you can see that the students can share their notes, notebooks, and okay, that's the part of teaching. But also, if you work in this tool in Office 365, you have the collaboration of the possibility of collaboration between among teachers. The teachers can work together in notebooks that are shared with all together. So at the end, you can classify them in different sections and also different pages in each of those sections. So at the end, if you have any meeting or you have anything, it's a document which is like the normal paper notebook, but instead of that is online, and all together all the people can see all the information at the same time and also work collaboratively. So for if you decide, for example, the rules of an organization or something, I think it has some possibilities that another tools have not this one. And the good thing is that you can include also at the same time as Sway everything. You can include videos, you can include everything and have some possibilities. I'm going to show you another tool for OneNote, which is the Office Lens. This is included in OneNote, and you can also scan a document, and at the end you can recognize with the optical character recognition, the OCR, and classify that. That's a good thing for classifying all the information and all the documents that we have to do. For example, if you have some paperwork, at the end you can classify all together. So as a teacher, you don't need to be an ICT administrator. You will have all the information classified here, and you can scan with this application of OneNote. Okay. SharePoint. SharePoint is the core of Office 365. SharePoint is like the base. Is the control of all the databases and all the information that have been included in Office 365. Okay, here you can make forms, you can make a database of different things, you can collaborate with your team, you can create groups and put information only for those groups or specific groups, and also it's included with mailing. So at the end is collaboration, as I told you. For example, one thing as an ICT administrator for SharePoint, there are some schools here in Spain that are using as administrators of technical solves of different problems, like the control of all the computers that are broken, or all the different tasks that all the administrator equipment team have to solve. So you make a form in that form you register all the tasks that have to be solved. For example, okay, this computer that the keyboard doesn't work or the mouse is not working or something like that. So at the end you can classify all the information like that. I'm going to be a little faster because we have 10 minutes and maybe there are some questions here. Okay. Office. One thing for summing up this thing. For example, Office can work online and also offline. The Office online is just the same as the Google online thing. You can share things as in the drive, but you can also work offline, and offline you can work in your own computer, and sometimes you can synchronize the thing. If you have a bad network in your school, I think that that's a good point to have into account. Is the difference to solve one thing. Okay, I'm going to go faster as I told you. For the administrators, one thing that Microsoft sometimes they are defending this thing is the trust of their information. All the Office 365 have many data of many people and emails and documents of different schools, and they are all the time fighting against all those attacks. So it's an online service that they defend, and they are the most secure one. They are protected. They fulfill all the different latest standards and okay, quite fast. And one more thing, for example, okay, they have all the information. We are all in Europe, and they have all the information in servers in Europe. So, for example, all the rules, all the laws of the information protection are inside the Europe rules. So I think that's important because sometimes some servers are outside from Europe, and the server data, the data of the servers are fulfill the rules that are in the country that the server is based. So okay, so that was it. Maybe we have some time for, or I make quite long, or I don't know. Thanks all of you for sharing your time.
Thanks to you, Guillermo. It was a very nice presentation. We're right on time. We still have 5 minutes left. We're going to start for you since you have already the micro. So I will start with the questions that we have been gathering in the chat. So Emma is asking, how expensive is it for the school if it's all free?
I have the microphone on.
Yes, okay. You're there.
For example, the Office 365 is free for the schools, the basic pack. You can pay for more if you need some more tools included, but for example, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Sway, SharePoint, there are some tools that are totally free, and yes. I'm not a seller of Microsoft, okay, but I know that is the thing because we use that in our school. So.
Okay, and have you discovered any disadvantage with Office 365 and OneNote?
There are some. Okay, as I told you, some of them have good things and some of them have bad things. For example, if you need, for example, good network, because sometimes it gets blocked or it gets any mistake. Sometimes if you are transferring a lot of big quantity of information, Office 365 does not support the big files, but for example Google does. Or okay, there are different things. There are different things that, okay, depending on the way you work, you can find more useful or less useful. But as I told you, depending how you work.
Okay, great, thank you. So let's move on to the next speaker questions now. Thank you again, Guillermo. And
Okay.
now we've got a couple of questions for Tassos. Tassos, are you there? Wait. Okay, Tassos?
Okay.
Okay, wait, we can hear you now.
Okay.
Okay, just give me a moment because I think
Yeah.
okay. So there was a question from Emma and Silvana, I think. I don't know if you saw it in the chat, but they were asking about some materials to
Yeah. Yeah.
about some examples.
Yeah. I saw the request, but the bad thing is that I'm afraid most of the material is in Greek, so I don't think it would be much of a help for them. But what I propose for starting is to visit the website of LTSP, ltsp.org. I think they
you
can
write
find.
it in the chat so that they know?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, great.
So I think that could be a good start for anyone who is interested. And I'll try to gather any other documents and material I may have in English, so everyone who is interested, they can just send me an email. So I will reply.
Okay, thank you for this. And there's a couple of more questions for you. So do you have time to implement the Raspberry Pi on that network?
Yeah. We have already implemented that. We use the software called Berry Terminal for the moment, who enables Raspberry Pi to connect to our terminal servers.
Okay, and Guillermo was also asking if this was a Windows over Linux over server or Windows over server.
Well, it's a connection from Linux server to Linux server, and the other connection is from Linux client through RDP protocol to Windows server.
Okay, and have the other schools in Greece adopted this solution? Do you know about this?
Yeah. I think that not exactly this solution, but the solution with LTSP, I think is implemented in some schools here in Greece.
And what do the students think about this setup?
The interesting thing is that they are very happy with that. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry for that.
It's okay.
So
they're happy.
yeah, they were very happy. Well, they find it very easy, and I think it was good for everyone.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Tassos. Let's move on now to Aida. We've got another question for Aida. Thank you, Tassos. I will meet you now.
Yes?
Aida,
Yes.
so there is a question for you. What is the advantage of using this structure approach from start to finish?
The advantage is that the partners will be transparent by using these tools. We can show all the ideas, all the product of the projects, all the steps that implement, and this is the transparency about me.
Okay, thank you. Is there any last question for any speaker? We still have time for one, maybe. Okay. Okay, so I think we can finish here because there are no more questions, or maybe there are.
Guillermo
Yes, sorry.
has his hand up.
Sorry. Did you send me a question, Roger?
Oh, has his hand up, so I think he has a question.
Okay. I don't see it. Who has the question? Sorry, Roger, I couldn't hear. Who has the question?
Thank you. Guillermo has clicked on the
Guillermo.
hand. Oh,
Okay, sorry.
yes.
We just listened a bit to cut up.
And he
Guillermo,
wants to speak. Yeah.
please go ahead.
Yeah, one single
Sorry,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Sometimes happens. Okay, it's a question to Tassos and also probably some information to all of you. You can also rent a cloud server. So like summarize all the presentation, you can make virtualization and also you can use the cloud. And if you rent a cloud server, you have the server that Tassos have online, physical thing in his school, but you rent for the machine that is virtually. So maybe you can have different operative system working, but instead of in your physical server, in a virtual one which is in the cloud. So okay, more things to take into account if you talk about this topic.
Okay, thank you very much, Guillermo. Thank you for this last information. And I think we can finish here. Roger, do you want to mention something?
Right at the beginning of the course, we said this is by ICT administrators for ICT administrators, crowdsourcing solutions and sharing and exchanging. And I think this last hour has really illustrated that. So my thanks to everybody who contributed to it. Fascinating. Just to look ahead a little bit, next week is the final module of the course, and we'll follow up the discussions today by looking at more new tools and services. So I hope you can stay with us for that. It's been quite a marathon, this course. And in particular, join us, I can't remember the day, Naya.
It's Tuesday 24th, I was going to say it.
Tuesday.
At 6.
Where we'll find out about the Internet of Things. And I've had a preview of the presentation. It looks absolutely fascinating.
Yes, with Mark Kajak, technical manager from Cisco. So don't miss the date. Save the date. Okay, so thank you very much to all of you who have joined this webinar tonight. It has been really, really interesting. Thank you to the speakers also who took the chance to speak today, and it has been really, really interesting. We're going to share the presentation. There has been some discussion about this on the chat with Aida. We will share the 3 presentations right below the webinar recording, which hopefully will be available soon in the section 5 of the course. So thank you very much to all of you, and stay tuned to social media channels, Facebook group, Twitter, #ICTAdminMOOC for any updates on the course. Thank you very much, and have a nice evening. Bye-bye.